January was a busy, very, very busy makeup month, a really good one at that. Welcome to my monthly makeup roundup, where I will be going through every product that I tried in January if I have had enough time to try them, test them out in different ways. If I haven't, then I'll leave those products for February's roundup. We have a lot to go through. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have hair now. I have hair. I got myself some extensions. Last time I did that was 2019. Then 2020 happened. And then after that, my hair started thinning very, very rapidly. So it's one of my biggest insecurities. Finally decided to put a few extensions in. I went to the goddess of hair, my girl Georgia. She's fabulous. And she put in these extensions. They are 100% real human hair. The bonds are keratin bonds. They're not glue. So they're much more healthier for you. You can treat your extensions just like it's your own hair. You can color it, you can cut it, you can use products in it, do whatever you want. And I'm so happy. I am all for doing things that make us feel better. And this has boosted my confidence exponentially. I gotta tell you. Like I said, it's my biggest insecurity. Well, one of. Speaking of hair, I tried two hair products this month. I can't wait to share these with you. I haven't featured them or talked about them on Instagram or on this channel yet. I was waiting for this roundup and to use them enough to be able to bring you my final thoughts on them. The first is these Briogeo dry shampoos. Now, Georgia tells me, Rhoda, if you are worried about your hair thinning, stop using dry shampoo. And I have kind of held back on using it, but sometimes, let's face it, okay, it's a game changer and so convenient when you don't want to wash your hair, but you got to go somewhere and you got a little bit of greasy doos, right? There are two versions of these, the translucent one and then one for darker hair. Never seen dry shampoo come in packaging like this before, and then you just kind of like tap on your roots wherever you are experiencing some oils or whatever that you want to get rid of. This darker one I have really been loving. Sorry, Georgia. You just like tap, kind of rub it in, and it does such a great job. You don't use a lot of product. I still love my K18 spray, love that too. But because I've been testing this out this month, I have been loving this. It's not an aerosol, it doesn't go all over the place, and it works. It works. I'm telling you, it works. And if you have darker hair, this, definitely this. I love these. I love them both. I prefer the darker one only because it works for me, but they perform the same. It's just if you prefer something darker. I suffer from a greasy scalp and dry ends. Well, I don't know about now, but it's the worst. It's the worst, okay? And I tried this Bumble&Bumble flash rinse. This is how you use this. In between your shampoo and your conditioner, when you're in the shower washing your hair, put this in between those steps. You just apply it from root to tip and then instantly rinse it. You don't have to sit around and wait for it to do anything. You just apply it, rinse it right out. When I tell you that my ends were so luscious, it smoothed everything out. It wasn't too shiny, it wasn't heavy, it didn't weigh my hair down in any way. It just made everything look so very healthy. Highly recommend this if you have dry and damaged ends of your hair. So good. Okay, let's get fragrance out of the way, okay? I tried two fragrances this month. The first one being the KAYALI Bougie Marshmallow. I adore this fragrance. It's so like it just envelops you and you just want to eat it. You're in this beautiful, amazing, sweet but not too sweet fragrance. It's so good. So good. I want to eat it. When I say I want to eat it, that means I like it. We all know I cannot describe fragrance to save my life. If you like a full bodied but not overpowering scent that smells like food, oh, it's so good. I've gotten so many compliments on this. I also tried the PHLUR Golden Rule. I don't like it. Enough said. Why don't I like it? Because it's nothing special. It's nothing special. It didn't wow me. It just smells like any other fragrance. It just didn't stand out to me. Like, it's not terrible. I can pass on this. Definitely pass on this. I tried 2 foundations this month. Well, actually 3, but I just got the third one. And so I want to keep using it before I talk about it, the Makeup Forever Hydra Boost. But the first one I want to talk about today is the new Dior Forever Hydra Nude Foundation. So natural, so undetectable on the skin. It's a light to medium buildable coverage. I wear shade 2.5N, by the way. I love this as my daily go-to foundation. I did do a side-by-side comparing this to the Dior foundation stick, which I love very much. I could not tell which side was which. A lot of you couldn't either, but the differences there are that the stick just goes on much more quickly, much more easily, and has a lot more coverage off the bat, and I don't like to build that one up. This one, you can go light with the coverage, you can build it up to medium, and then at the end, they all look the same, but this is a little bit more versatile. The stick is a little bit quicker and easier to use, but you can't go wrong with either. But we're here to talk about this one, and I love this so, so much. Prime, don't prime, set, don't set. You don't have to. You don't have to do any of those unless you want to. It's so beautiful. The other foundation that I tried this month and have been testing out thoroughly is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Impeccable Foundation. This I initially bought in a shade that was way too dark for me and it was throwing everything off. That was 3N. Then I went ahead and picked up 2N. I'm wearing it today. I love this foundation. It dries down. I have no problems there. If you want a full coverage foundation that doesn't look heavy or cakey, this is your guy. So I have been reaching for both of the Dior Hydra Nude and this one depending on the situation. Today I wanted a little bit more coverage, a little bit of a fuller look. It's smooth, long lasting, and covers everything I want to be covered, and I love it. I didn't try any new concealer in January, but I did try a new color corrector. I suffer from very dark circles under my eyes. It's my biggest problem area on my face. This Kosas color corrector just released. My goodness, is it so great. I use the shade Illusion. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. It just blends in right in with your skin. You can't tell that you have an added layer. It does such a great job hiding the darkness under my eyes. But I can also, this shade, I can also use it as a standalone product. When I'm rushing and I don't have enough time or I don't want to add another layer of concealer, this one I can just use on its own. And this has quickly, very quickly become my favorite color corrector. I forgot to talk about eyebrows. I tried one eyebrow product this month. It's the Benefit Mighty Fine Brow Pen. It is a 3-pronged applicator. It does such an amazing job of putting in those hair-like strokes. I put it on its side and I can even define the bottom of my brows. It makes it so easy to fill in areas that I need filling in, to line, to just draw in fake eyebrows. It's so great and I love the shade 3.52. This is an amazing product. Charlotte Tilbury released new shades in her Contour Ones line, and I picked up the shade Fair. I'm wearing it today. The shade I had originally, I think, was just a little bit too deep for me, too dark for me, and I wasn't reaching for it so much. But when she extended the shade range, I really wanted to pick another one up because I really do enjoy the formula. It is a spongy tip applicator, but I don't like those. So I just take it right off. I take it off and then you're left with this dispenser thing here. You apply however much you want to apply and it's all good. The only thing is you can't, I mean, it's harder to dot it on the face, but I don't like that spongy tip. I don't like it at all. I feel like it's gross and it can harbor bacteria and things like that. So I just apply this to the back of my hand, pick it up, and then apply. It's very easily applied, very easily manipulated. Really beautiful product. I tried one bronzer this month and finally picked up the Lancôme bronzer. Beautiful, gorgeous bronzer. I got the shade Light because I don't like my bronzers to be too dark. And I'm wearing it today. The most velvety, smoothest, most buttery, gorgeous, amazing, amazing bronzer. This has quickly become a favorite. There's something about the way it goes on. I love the shade 02 Light. It looks great on me for my preferences. This is a winner, a winner, a winner, a winner. Let's move on to blush, shall we? The first one I'm going to talk about are the new YSL blushes. Make Me Blush powder blushes. They come in a matte formula and a shimmery formula. I haven't tried the shimmery formula. I only tried 2 of the matte shades. These were released in Canada before the US, and then when they were released in the US, some of the shades that were released in Canada were not available. I don't like when brands do that. Anyway, I have 2 shades, Coral Clash and Rose Haze. This is Coral Clash and this is Rose Haze. I'm wearing Rose Haze today. It's my favorite one of the 2 that I have. I love them both. I love them both. But let's talk about the formula. I don't like to say blurring a lot unless it's really, really blurring. These kind of diffuse themselves. They diffuse themselves on your cheeks. They are buildable. You can do a light layer. You can build up and intensify the shade if you want. The packaging is beautiful as usual from YSL. They are stunning and worth every penny. This isn't a new product at all, but it's the Chanel Cream to Powder blush. I picked up 1 shade in Beige Eclatant and I love it. I love a cream to powder formula, and this one did not disappoint. Sometimes I just like my blush to be extremely, extremely natural, almost blend in with my bronzer, and that's what this one does. Beautiful formula, fantastic. I'm kind of scared that now I'm down the Chanel rabbit hole. I think I mentioned that when I tried this in a trying new makeup video that I posted a couple weeks ago. If you are a Chanel lover, and a blush lover, and you love shades like this, Beige Eclatant is where it's at. Not a new release, just new shades. There was a lot of that this month. I picked up 2 new shades of the Merit Flush Bombs. I picked up Bespoke, my favorite, and I picked up Le Bon Bon. As usual, I've talked about these a lot on my channel. The formula is the same. It's just new shades. I love these. They're so easy to use, so natural looking on the face. You can apply them directly to the face just for a little flush with foundation, without foundation, on top of foundation, on top of powder, under powder. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're so natural looking, beautiful. I love this formula and I'm so glad to have 2 more shades in my collection. Sticking to the new shade in an existing line are the Westman Atelier Lit Up Highlight Sticks. They've released a lot of new products in their petal shade. It is beautiful. It's gorgeous. I do prefer their iridescent one, the clear one in this line. This one is more of like a blushy shade and doesn't always work with a look that I'm doing. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. But is it beautiful? Of course, yes, it is. This is the shade right here, Petal. If you just top it off on top of your blush and on the high points of your cheeks, it is a beautiful, beautiful formula. I am wearing it today. I don't know if you, yeah, you can see it. In terms of highlighter shades, it's not necessarily my favorite, but I do love it because the formula is great. Let's move on to eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow, the Armani liquid eyeshadows. This is in the shade 22M Cashew. I recently tried this. It hasn't been too long at all, but I don't need to test it out any longer in order to tell you that this is a beautiful formula and this shade is everything. This is the shade here, Cashew. The reason I love it is that it's not too dark, it's not too light, it's not too cool, because cool shades can look gray on me, and it's not too warm. It dries down, it's long lasting, it doesn't move. A very, very easy everyday shadow to slap onto your eyelids and you are good to go. These are so fantastic. Next up is the Natasha Denona Mini Eye Sculpt Palette. Basic, boring, yes it is. I am wearing it today and I'm rocking a nice little subtle smoky eye. The base of any eye makeup look that you want to do, you can add a sparkle on top. You can go from light looks to darker looks. I love that there is a black shade in here. The gradient in here is perfect and I think a staple. I have been reaching for it a lot. You have everything you need in here in one little travel-friendly, lightweight palette. The formulas in here, I mean, it's Natasha Denona's formula, very, very creamy, very, very silky, easily blendable, perfect addition to her line. For eyeliner, not a new product at all, but I did pick up two shades in her Satin Kajal line. I have a blue one, the navy one, and I have the black one. And I really, really wanted to try out two new shades. This is Cocoa and this is Bronze. They're beautiful. This formula is amazing. These are great eye pencils. Glide on like butter. They're easily blendable, but then they dry down and they don't go anywhere. And I love them, and I'm so glad I tried new shades in this line. Everything that I have on my eyes today on top, that's the Natasha Denona Eye Sculpt palette, but in my waterline, I did use the Satin Kajal in Cocoa. It's beautiful. Two mascaras this month, the first one being the Haus Labs Be Structural Mascara. It held up really, really nicely throughout the day. There was no flaking, there was no smudging. It just doesn't provide as much volume and va-va-voom as the next one I'm going to talk about. But for an everyday mascara, when you don't want too much volume, you just want a nice separation of the lashes, a little bit of definition on the lashes, a really, really nice mascara. I really like this. But the Gucci Le Magnétique, I think it's called, mascara, the new one. They have one in a pink package and this one has a black packaging. First of all, the packaging is gorgeous and I love it, but this mascara gives me the lashes of my dreams. I love it. It's not too heavy. It's not clumpy. It's not flaky. It doesn't do any of those funky things other than give me actual lashes, which I am lacking in that department. Okay. Such a gem, such a find, great find for me. If you want volume, if you want length, if you want some crazy lashes, this is perfect. I was never planning on buying anything from Rhode Beauty, but at Christmas, one of my nieces, that was on her Christmas wish list, so I placed an order. And when I placed that order, I ordered one for myself just to try it out. And this is the Rhode Beauty Peptide Lip Treatment. This is the shade Ribbon. That's the shade right there. And these are excellent, excellent. Not a new product, but new for me. Feels so nourishing on the lips. I love this shade Ribbon. I really didn't want to like this, but I actually do. Nifty, nice little product here. I want to talk about this MAC lip liner. I picked up the shade Greige. Unfortunately, it looks like poop on my lips. So I thought, what am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this? So what I started doing is using this as an eyeliner, and it's actually really nice. This is the shade Greige, and on my eyes, it's a very like brown, but not too brown, subtle type of eyeliner. And I have been loving using it that way. I'm not wearing it today, but when I do a very light eye look, I'll add this just like in the outer parts of my eye. It gives a little bit of definition, not too light, not too dark. It's actually really great as an eyeliner. Speaking of MAC, they recently released a nudes line of their lipsticks. This is a matte one. I picked up only one and I picked up the shade Yash. Here's the shade Yash next to the Greige lip liner that I now use as an eyeliner. It's got just the right amount of pigment to not make me look unalive, but it still gives me that like nude kind of look. MAC's lipsticks are always great. It was just this new nude line that I wanted to pick one up, and this is just the perfect amount of nude for me. Oh my goodness, so many lip products, so many to go through. Westman Atelier, along with releasing a petal shade in their highlighter, released the petal shade in their lip suedes, my favorite lipstick of all time, and also their squeaky clean lip gloss. Here are those swatched for you. This is obviously the gloss, and this is the lipstick, both in the shade Petal. I'm wearing Petal today. I love this formula. It's my favorite all-time formula. And I love the Petal shade on me. I love this. I'm so glad to be able to add another shade to my Westman Atelier Lip Suede collection. The Squeaky Clean Lip Balm glosses Really, really nice too. I love this formula. I do have two other shades, so this is just going to be added to my collection. Petal is a very, very popular shade in the Westman Atelier line, so this one doesn't disappoint either. Let's add a little bit on top just to add some shine. And these shades obviously work very, very well together. So love this one too. Love. Makeup by Mario released some new lip glosses. And don't they look gorgeous in the bottle? They really do. Here's the thing about these. They're lip glosses. There's nothing particularly special about them. They're nice. They're nice. There's nothing wrong with them. The problem is that you don't get the pigment that you see in this bottle doesn't necessarily translate to the lips. So there's very, very little difference from one to the next. They're okay. They're okay. They're lip glosses, but it's not like you're going to get a massive amount of pink or peach or hot pink here. They all kind of look the same on the lips with slight variations to them, but they're all right. They're okay. Not my favorite. And I think that's because when I see them in the bottle, I get so excited. And then when I put them on the lips, it's like, well, where's the color? Where is it? YSL The Inks Lip Stains. I am stocked up, as you can see. These ones here are the shiny ones, and they come in a shinier bottle. And these ones are the matte blurring ones, and they come in a matte packaging. The matte ones are the new formula, but I got confused because on the Sephora Canada website, there were new shades in the original formula. Here are swatches of the original formula that I picked up. This is 44 Nude Levelier, 622 Plum Liberation. This is 620 Peach Subversion. This is the new shade that was released in Canada. I'm not sure if it's available on the US website at this point. And this one right here is 403 Fuchsia Dimension, which is also a new shade in this original formula. When I realized I picked up the wrong formula, I still liked the original formula. It was nice, but it wasn't matte, and I was so confused. I ended up picking up more shades in it because it's so nice. But these are the new ones in the matte formula. I picked up 4 shades, and let me show you the swatches. This one is the 44 Nude Levelier shade in the matte formula. This one is 216 Pink Domination, really, really nice. This one is 230 Beige Expression. And this one here, which is my favorite, well, depending, because I love Nude Levelier. I love that YSL shade, but this one right here that really surprised me was a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I love the way it looked on the lips is 232 Mauve Captivation. Love, love, love the shade names. So whether you pick up the shinier version or the matte version, they are lip stains, but they don't leave a very, very heavy stain. It's a very faint, light stain, which I actually love. It's not too in your face. It's there, but it's not there. It's a subtle stain, but I do appreciate that. I love that a lot. What I love about the matte formula is that you can kind of blur it around your lips and get that kind of blurry look. They're not drying. They're not drying at all on the lips. They just look beautiful. If you're looking for a lip stain, whether it's matte, whether it's shiny, they're long lasting, they're comfortable, they look gorgeous, and the shades are so, so gorgeous. Beautiful line, beautiful line. And that's a wrap for this January makeup roundup speed reviews. It was a really, really great month of makeup for me. Everything, for the most part, was amazing. This never really, really ever happens. So I'm hoping the rest of the year is the same way. I love doing these videos. I really hope you found that helpful. As always, thank you so, so much for watching. Please do consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.